My husband was content to let me pay the rent until he thought he could do it himself.
Don't act all high and mighty. Even I can pay that. I don't need you anymore.
Oh, thank goodness you said that.
Hey, Ray, we seem to have a bit of a problem at home. I just checked the fridge, and wouldn't you know it, we are all out of beer.
Wait, sorry. Aren't you supposed to be at work right now? Why are you talking to me about the beer in the fridge?
Because I thought I told you this morning to put some more in there so they would get cold by the afternoon. But you didn't do that, did you?
No, Rod. I didn't do it. In fact, if you remember from this morning, I actually told you to do it yourself. I was really busy this morning and didn't have time to do every little thing that you were telling me to. I had to make sure that I got to work on time.
What are you talking about? I'll say when you're busy and when you're not. Don't forget that I'm the breadwinner around here and you need to do as I say.
Excuse me? You don't really mean that, do you? I know that you're not being serious right now.
Of course I am. If I weren't here, then you would be out on the streets. Everything you have, you owe to me.
I have no idea what you think you are talking about right now. But more importantly, why are you thinking about drinking when it is only the afternoon? Shouldn't you be working? I know that you have been working from home, but you really need to learn how to draw the line between your personal and professional life. I mean, you have already been working from home for a bit over a year now. Surely you know that you shouldn't be drinking and working, right?
You don't know what you're talking about. Drinking while I work helps me concentrate on my job more.
Yeah, you say that. But every time you drank during work hours, I've come home to find you passed out asleep on the floor by around 5.
Enough. I already told you that you don't know what you're talking about. You kind of just bring up the couple of times that I happen to take things a little far and hold them over my head for the rest of my life.
Hmm. So, those were the only times that you think you've drunk too much while working?
And just, who do you think you were talking down to me like this anyway, huh? You think you're so cool, but you're so useless that you can't even put some beers in the fridge when your husband asks you to. Honestly, such a useless wife. And after all I do for the family, not only do you not do what I say, but you talk back to me too. Do you know how much stress I am already under? I really don't need any more from you. I already told you that tomorrow we are having a little get-together at my parents' house. And now you've gone and pissed me off. How am I supposed to cool off before then?
You know, every time we go over to your parents' place, I can see that your mother is trying her absolute best to put up with you, but you always make it sound like such a hassle going to see them.
Don't talk about my mom as if you know her better than I do. You're my wife, which means your job is to just stand there and do as I say. I don't want a word out of you unless I ask for it. In fact, I know exactly what I need to do.
And just what might that be?
I just have something that I'm going to talk to you about tomorrow at my parents'. Don't forget.
Talk to me about what? What are you talking about, Rod? Hey, Rod, what was that just now? Were you serious about all of that?
What are you yapping about now?
While I was in the kitchen with your mom, you said something about me to the rest of the relatives.
Nothing that wasn't true. I just told them about how poorly you treat me and how you are. Always stressing me out even though I earn all the money for us.
How could you say something like that to everyone?
And why shouldn't I have? It's the truth, isn't it? I just figured that they all deserve to know.
Even if that were true, which it isn't, you really think that was the best time to complain about me?
Who cares? It needed being said, so I said it. And not only that, but I've also decided that I want a divorce.
Excuse me? You can't be serious about that, right? Do you have any idea what kind of trouble that is going to cause you? Are you really sure you want to try and divorce me?
Of course I am. And don't bother trying to talk me out of it. Even my siblings agree that it is for the best if we split up. I told them what a disrespectful, selfish woman you are, and they said it would be best if the two of us were together.
Well, I just asked around and guessed that you already left with your siblings to go drinking, it seems. But I really recommend that you get back here right this second
I will not. Why should I listen to you anyway?
because I have some very important information that I think you might have forgotten. So get back here right now and listen to what I have to say.
You really are insane. Do you know that? How did I end up with a crazy woman like you?
What are you talking about? What is crazy about what I'm saying?
You always act like you can boss me around just because you pay the rent. But I already know that you are only paying $70 a month for our place, so you can come off your high horse about it.
Excuse me? Why are you suddenly bringing up our rent right now?
Because I know for a fact that our mortgage is $1,500 a month. You barely pay for anything around here, and yet you like to act as if you're the queen of the castle or something like that.
Rod, I don't think you have a single clue what you are talking about.
Oh, really? You don't think I know what I'm talking about? Well, how about this? When my grandpa died, he left quite a hefty inheritance behind. And my mom was the one he left it to. I also know that you don't even make that much money, so it has been your plan all along to try and make my mom pay for everything?
Look, I have no idea where you're getting your information from, but you are sorely mistaken.
You can't fool me. I've heard the conversations that you've had with my mom when you think no one is listening. I heard you say that you'll cover 70% and asking her to pay the rest. Well, if that is all you're paying for our house, then I can pay that too and do need you anymore.
Wait. So you have a problem if I was theoretically making your mom pay? But you want to divorce me and do the exact same thing? Don't you even have any shame for thinking of taking advantage of your mom like that?
Of course not. She has all the money that my grandpa left her. I know that she is loaded.
So it is really all about the inheritance, huh?
That's right. And as her oldest child, I should have some say over where that wealth goes. In other words, if I want to put that money towards paying my mortgage, then that's what the money will be used for.
Really? Is that how you feel about all this?
That's right, it is. And it also means that I don't need you anymore. So just hurry up and say that you'll divorce me.
All right, fine. You win. In fact, if I am being honest, I was starting to have similar thoughts about splitting up with you as well. And if that means that I don't have to pay for our house anymore, then that works out fine for me. Actually, thank you. I don't think you have any idea just how much of a burden you've taken off of me.
Well, at least now you are finally being honest with your intentions.
But for tonight, I think I am going to go back to our place. I don't really want to be at your parents' house any longer.
That's right. Go back home and start packing up your things. I want you out of there as fast as you can.
Okay, but don't come crying to me when you realize what a mess you've made for yourself.
Oh, please. If anyone should be saying that, it should be me to you. Just hurry up and leave already. I don't want you around there anymore.
Rod, I am just messaging to let you know that I finished signing the divorce papers and just dropped them off at the courthouse to be processed.
That's perfect. I was actually just there dropping off my own papers.
Wow, you really got that done faster than I thought you would.
Well, why would I want to wait any longer? Rather than waiting for the mailman to come, I wanted to hand them off myself. You have no idea the satisfaction it gave me.
Oh, trust me, I think I have some idea, actually.
Anyways, I heard that you got a new place.
Yes, actually, I found a rather nice place to stay that is near my work and offers monthly leases.
What? You are staying somewhere with a monthly lease? You might as well just be staying in a motel at that rate.
Well, I am putting in an application with my company for a transfer. So until they tell me what branch I am going to be moved to, I won't know where to start looking for housing.
What? You want to move to a different city?
A different state is possible. In fact, after I announced to my bosses that I was going through a divorce and was interested in a transfer, they told me that there were 3 management positions open at other branches. One is in San Diego. So I applied for all 3 and just waiting to hear back from Hal about if I got in or not.
Wait. Your bosses suggested to you that you apply to be a branch director.
Why are you acting so surprised, Rod? After all, even at my current branch, I was working as an assistant director. Didn't you know that?
Wait. You were. Did I know that?
But I guess the higher ups must have been watching me since. They all recommended that I apply for the director position. I was basically handed a promotion on a plate.
So then you're getting an even better job?
That's right. More responsibilities, but a much larger paycheck.
Wait. So then, if you were already so close to a big management position, then you must have been making quite a bit of money. If that is the case, then why were you making my mom pay for everything? I don't understand.
Oh, Rod, I already told you that you had no idea what you were talking about, but I guess this just proves it.
What do you mean? I don't understand. I heard you say you were only paying 70,
No, I was always paying for everything.
but that can't be. I mean, our place isn't even that nice. It can't cost that much. And I heard you say 70.
No, you didn't let me finish. What you heard me say was 70. I wasn't just paying our mortgage, you see. I was paying 2,000 a month for our place. But I also was also helping your parents pay for their house as well. Even though your siblings lived there with them, they couldn't afford the payments on the house. I was paying for 70 of their rent, and I asked your mom to get the family to cover the rest.
Wait, I don't get it. You were paying 70 of the mortgage for my parents' house? Are you serious?
That's right.
This can't be happening. I don't believe this. I thought that my mom was using the money she got from Grandpa dying to help pay for all of our rent.
I hate to be the one to break this to you, but your grandpa actually didn't have that much left to give by the time he passed away.
What are you saying?
I mean, that your mom was talking to me about it and barely left enough to cover the legal expenses for handling his estate.
I don't believe this. You have got to be kidding me.
I mean, even when your grandpa died and you and your siblings were acting like a bunch of sharks wondering how much you were all going to get. I remember your mom saying that it wouldn't be that much and not to get your hopes up.
But I didn't know that that is what she meant when she said that.
Literally, how else could you interpret that?
I thought she was just saying that so we would all treat her better if we wanted to get any money.
Wow, I don't know where to even start on that.
But my grandpa was supposed to be rich. What happened to all his money?
I guess he felt like spending it while he was alive rather than leaving some for his family.
This can't be happening.
I bet he was probably pretty wary of having such a selfish family. And I can definitely see why. As for what your mom did actually inherit, I believe that most of it went to helping pay for your father's hospital bills. But given that your dad has been in and out of the hospital since, then I knew that your mom was a bit concerned about money.
Oh, I see. So it was all the hospital bills that used up all the money.
At first, your mom was telling me that she is pretty confident she will be okay just off her retirement and side gigs, though I still offered to give her money for essentials like groceries or whatever else she might need. But then things got worse, and she was talking about how she might have to sell the house and that she wasn't sure what she was going to do about money.
But I never heard about any of this while it was going on. And how do you even afford to pay 5,000 a month anyways?
Well, in addition to my main work, I have several other jobs on the side that I make money off of.
You do? Why didn't I know that? Why doesn't anyone tell me anything?
That's right. So I guess you could say that I make enough to pay off all the bills and still make sure that we were able to live comfortably. And all while I was doing this, you quit your job to start working from home making a pittance.
So, you mean I won't be getting a big inheritance? But that is the whole reason I took the easy, low paying job in the first place. But wait, we're getting a divorce. That means that you and I need to split our stuff, right?
Oh, right. About that. I almost forgot to mention that I know all about your little affair.
Affair? What do you mean by that?
Don't play stupid. I have already talked to Kathy, and she gave me tons of receipts. It seems she didn't know you were married. She also agreed never to talk to you again.
Wait, what? You've got to be kidding me. Kathy talked to you?
Indeed, she did. Anyway, after consulting with my lawyer, she's pretty confident we can use the evidence of the affair to prevent you from getting your grubby hands on any of my money. So I guess I can be content knowing that we'll get a divorce while you get none of my stuff. And to think that if we were to split all the money I had, you would have gotten around $26,000.
Are you serious? You saved up that much even while paying for everything, and now I get nothing. How did this happen? What am I supposed to do?
A few days after that, I heard from Rod's mother that she decided to cut all of her children off. Not long after that, she got news that her husband was going to be released from the hospital, with both of their retirement funds combined with the money from selling their home. They were able to pay for a place in a retirement community. Her kids came to her all upset about not having a free place to live anymore and begging for handouts. But their mom just explained to them again that there was no money to be had. She even showed them the financial papers. After that, Rod and his siblings decided to split a small house 3 ways. Together, they can barely afford rent, utilities, and groceries.